Hi guys, it's Mary and welcome back. Today we're going to do a video that I have pushed in front of all the others that I had recorded because at the time I recorded the other videos, all of this stuff that's going on wasn't going on. I pushed this one up ahead because I want to let you guys know, I think most of you realize that I'm really not this frivolous, that I'm trying to be a distraction. I'm always trying to make you feel better, trying to, a lot of you that watch me are in chronic pain, so I like to give you something or try to give you something that will make you at least smile, possibly laugh, and take your mind off of your pain. I asked you guys 5 days ago on my YouTube, and I also put on a Instagram story, but Instagram stories, they're only seen for a short amount of time. These are your popular or unpopular opinions that I'm going to respond to and tell you how I feel. And this isn't an original idea. I saw somebody I watched named Robert Welsh doing this, and then he had seen Smoky Glow do it. So I watch Hannah too. I just happened to see Robert's first. First one is from MJ. That's my friend from Canada. MJ says, Mel asked just about the same thing. And I said that I would love to see influencers using more what they have than always showing new stuff and hauls, first impressions. Not every YouTuber does that, but still too many. And that is one of the main reasons that I watch less videos and less people too. Oh, see, here we think that's what you want. It has become uninspiring. I think the line of, quote, when it is too much has been crossed. At least for me. But I still love you, girl, for who you are. Thank you so much, MJ. I just want to say that I appreciate from the bottom of my heart each and every one of you. I know that some of you are like MJ here, and you have other reasons that you're watching me. That has not escaped me. So I appreciate your support, especially when you are watching me on something that you don't even really care about. And on purpose doing whatever it is that you can do to support me. And I can't even tell you how much I appreciate it and how much thanks and gratitude I have for you. So first, my thought on this is wow, I didn't realize that. I thought that's what you guys wanted. And I assure you I'm not made of money over here. So I am taking a good chunk of money, maybe, that I don't need to try and keep my relevancy up here on YouTube. I used to love to watch those kind of videos. I have less and less time to watch videos, so I don't know what everybody is out there doing. I personally try not to do first impressions. I can tell you that, because when I just used to watch YouTube before I had this channel, it would really upset me when I would watch somebody and then they would tell me something was really great and then I would go buy it. And I didn't have a lot of money, still don't, but I would go buy that product thinking, oh, this one's the miracle, this one's the one that's gonna work. And then I would get it home and be like, and that's truly how a lot of the makeup that, I got anyway, was acquired, was trying stuff other people told me would be great. And so when I started my channel, I was kind of like, how about if you figure it out first? Because people aren't made of money. The first impressions I get, hauls, I just always feel like I'm bragging, or worse, that I look like an idiot because I'm like, look at all the stuff I bought. When you guys know I don't have the money to be out hauling things. All right, well, that's good to know. It also makes me wonder, if I'm not showing you new stuff, what am I gonna do? All right, let's move on. Brandy says, YouTubers should do more Throwback Thursdays or use more of what they already have. That sort of goes along with what MJ was saying. I also want to point out that MJ got 11 thumbs up on that, and Brandy's getting 10 thumbs up on hers. So that's not just them, that's other people agreeing that you're tired of hauls, first impressions, seeing new stuff, and you want to see more throwbacks of stuff that we already have. All right, I can't wait to read the next one, which is from Twilight Babe 123. She has 9 thumbs up and 3 comments where people are saying they agree. She says, I am coming to the realization that I have way more makeup and skincare than I do, and I think she means items, in my pantry. So I've been reprioritizing and, in a sense, coming back to my senses about makeup. It's not that I won't be purchasing them. I'll be just being more selective. I'm also moving away from influencers in general, but choosing to stay subscribed to the ones I feel are true to what they say they love, like you. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. The reason that declutters happen, or here anyway, is because you take a look at what you got and go, when this gets so out of control, this is embarrassing. Or I do anyway. I look at it and go, I feel almost like I'm sinning, you know? I'm not putting down people who collect makeup, who have, this is their hobby, this is, you know, because people collect things, right? I mean, I've got like a willow over here, there's more over there. I collect willow figurines and stuff like that. Some people actually collect makeup. And, you know, on the subject of that declutter, I know some of you were very disappointed that I didn't offer up all of the things I was decluttering to you guys. I get that. I really do, because back when I used to just watch YouTube, I always wished that the people that I was watching who had these big collections of makeup that I wanted so bad, wanted to try so bad, would like offer those up to us to buy. And when I had my website, I did do that. I would put things up every once in a while, past declutters. I would put it in my website for sale so that people who could not afford to go to the store and say, buy an Hourglass blush, they could purchase it from me, and I had barely used it. And it was something that could be sterilized and I could sell it. Anyway, I like want to be fair to everybody, and there's just no way to do it. The bigger your channel gets, the more you have to realize that you can't please everybody. And I absolutely don't have the funds to take 39 eyeshadow palettes and like have a massive giveaway on my channel and then absorb the cost of sending all of those palettes out to people. Of course I can't do that. It's not feasible for me to do that. I do understand having more makeup, more skincare. I bet I do. I know I do. Even after a declutter, I know I have more makeup and skincare than I do food in my pantry. I understand this though, and you're not alone here. You have friends who also agree with you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for still coming here, watching and checking out what I'm doing, even though you're maybe not interested in products that I'm showing or whatever. I love you for that. 7 thumbs up for Luba Zach, who says, yes, use the stuff you already have. Okay, you guys are coming through pretty loud and clear here. Several looks with one palette. I am on a strict no-buy with 70 palettes. I try not to watch too many videos about new stuff, and if I do, I think about the similar ones I already have. Yet another one with multiple thumbs ups who don't want to see new stuff, just want to see me do stuff with things I already have. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that I really kind of wish I'd have done this little number before I gave away all of the stuff in the declutter. All right, well, I do need to try new stuff to stay relevant and grow. So I will try to not do as much of that. Sharon says, and she has 3 thumbs up on this, all the excess packaging going into landfills makes me wish for all biodegradable packaging. Remember the mantra, reduce, reuse, recycle? It's kind of the opposite of YouTube's consumerism. I sound like a grouch, but I've been as guilty as anyone. And this is funny because, you know, as you get your YouTube channel, you are hoping that companies will notice you and send you PR because you can't afford to buy everything. You need something to review, you can't afford stuff. If the companies would only notice you and send it to you, then you would have something that you could review. All right. But when you get said things, you gotta break down all these boxes, and everything comes in these huge boxes. And you know, I don't watch Tati anymore, but she had this series where she had that, what was that? I can't think of the TV show she uses in the beginning of it. It's a theme from a television show of my childhood. And then her and James sit down with all the PR that she gets and they go through it. And I look, every single time it would make me anxious to watch that because I would look at all those boxes and think to myself, I know how long it takes me to break down and stuff with the packaging I get. And I am so little, and she's got mountains of it behind her. You'd almost have to hire somebody to break all that down and then get it properly disposed of. And so I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, you know what? I feel bad saying this because I want the PR still, of course. But I'm so tired of all this packaging and stuff and having to do something about it. I would rather, if someone was going to send me something, that they just skip the box and the presentation and just give me the product. Put it in a little bubble wrap thing and send it to me. You know, I know you guys know, because 3 of you have agreed with Sharon on this, and Sharon just pulled that out of somewhere. So I know that this is a thing. I agree. Okay, Kay Shelley says, here are some unpopular opinions. Oh, she's got more than one. All right. She also has 3 thumbs up on this. 1, I don't like the highlighter on the nose tip. I don't like it when it's overdone. I know what you're talking about, though. You're talking about when, I'm not going to do it. You're talking about when people take the highlight and they just really shine up the end of their nose so that you can't focus on anything else but the tip of the nose. I know what you're talking about. I personally don't like that either. Some girls are able to actually bring that highlight in, though, and it's not too much, so it looks good. But I don't personally love that on me at all. I think I'm way too old to be shining up the end of my nose, which, by the way, I'm trying to make less distracting. So why would I take highlight and stick it on the end of my nose and go, look at the thing I don't want you to notice? Her second unpopular opinion is, I don't bother with bronzer. I do, and especially now. I mean, back when I had brown hair, I would use blush sometimes and just forget about the bronzer. But with my hair this color, I have to warm up my pasty white face because of my hair if I don't have lipstick and bronzer and blush, and I need the color on my face. And then a less negative unpopular opinion is that there's nothing wrong with crinkly eyelids, and it's okay to wear eyeshadow that might make it more apparent. Well, thank you very much, because I got some crinkly eyelids. Sherry G says, I think high-end makeup is overrated. I've tried it, but I can't figure out what's so great. But I am an amateur with makeup. Maybe you notice it more when you're more experienced. And she has 3 thumbs up and 2 comments on here. So Angela says ditto, and Lisa says, yes, overrated and overpriced. Most of the drugstore makeup, I think she means I own. For example, L'Oreal owns Lancome, my 2 faves. I splurge on Lancome when they have a gift with purchase. Sherry, in some way, I agree with this, and in others I do not. There is some high-end makeup that is overrated, and then there is some high-end makeup that absolutely beats the crap out of the drugstore. You kind of have to narrow down what you're talking about. As an example, I pulled out 2 high-end foundations. All right, now this was my holy grail for a long time. But to be honest with you, there is a foundation at the drugstore that gives me a similar kind of finish that I like just as well. That would be the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. Then there's this one. This is Lancome's Teint Idole. For me, there's nothing at the drugstore that rivals this. And I can't find anything at the drugstore that I like better than this. I personally would pull this foundation every time over this one. Is this one bad? No, not at all. But this one, I like more. I have more confidence in how long my makeup is going to last, how flawless it's going to look for how much longer with this one than this one. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to reach for this. If I'm just hanging around the house, cooking, doing housework and stuff, and I just want to look nice, then I may reach for this one. On the whole, though, if I had to say as a blanket statement, high-end this is better than drugstore, it's usually foundation. That's where I'll splurge the most. Almost always, eyeshadow, in my opinion, is better high-end than it is at the drugstore. But other things like powder. This is my Lancome No Shine, which I absolutely love. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me, and I absolutely love this too. See? These powders, to me, are about equal. So if you don't find this to be true, does that make you an amateur? No, it means that you have different skin than me. What you need in it is different than me. Karen Phillips says, and she has 2 people that agree with this, that influencers can be an important insight into the quality and usability of different products. I would like to see things about products that you find hard to get to work for you. Oh, okay, and I think I do that. I could probably get better at it. But like my last e.l.f. video when I was showing the eye primer and why it doesn't work for me. The problem with that is I don't have a really great camera setup that shows you this stuff. I'm working on it. I really am. It's hard, you know. I agree with this, that it is an important thing. If you can trust what that YouTuber is saying and you know that this is what they honestly think and they can in some way back it up. And I try really hard to do that. But, you know, like I said, it's hard sometimes to say, you know, oh, this is doing disastrous things for my pores. But you can't really see my pores unless I want to try and hurt myself and keep doing this all day, you know. Here's my pores. Look what this is doing to my pores. We do have a unique ability to be able to show you different things and why that wouldn't work for us. So Lisa Kalmbach says, I hate it when influencers say, oh my gosh, me too. I hate it when influencers say obsessed with a product. You know, I actually stopped watching Jaclyn Hill because she wouldn't stop saying she was obsessed with things. I mean, this was before all the other stuff. I'm like, I can't watch. Because every other word is, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. You might really like something, use it a lot, even every day, but obsessed is a step too far. Being obsessed with any material item is, in my opinion, a negative thing. It's just makeup, people. Sometimes I am obsessed with using a particular product over and over and over because I really love it. So in that sense, I'm obsessed with using that product. But I don't want to get on camera and keep repeating that word. If you guys, have you ever noticed there's like little jumps throughout my videos? Just little jump cuts all the way through the video. One is because FritzyNESS is being cut out of the video. But a lot of the jump cuts that are in my videos are because I will not stop saying certain words. Not obsessed, but like, anyways. So, and when people repeat things over and over and over, like obsessed, it drives me absolutely crazy. I want to smack the crap out of them and go, can you not hear what you're doing while you're editing? Cut that crap out. Yeah. Nobody wants to hear that. This is one reason I don't like to do the lives, is because I really, in real life, talk like that. So, anyway, oh, you know, okay. So, anyway, that drives me crazy, and you're going to hear it in a lot. You and I feel the same about the word obsessed, but for different reasons. Lisa Baffondo says, oh gosh, I have to say, I'm so over celeb makeup lines. Yes? She says that she won't buy it. I don't know how they think they are experts in the field. There are many makeup artists that have worked their tails off in the industry and know how a product should perform and know how to use them. It's absurd. And you know what? I agree with you. They're banking on you loving them so much that you will give them your money even if they don't know anything about the product. Take Lisa Eldridge, for example. Her lipsticks are superb. And why wouldn't Lisa know what a good lipstick is? She's a makeup artist. She's a makeup artist to the celebrities. She's the head of Lancome. She didn't get where she is not understanding or knowing about makeup. So yeah, I agree with you, Lisa. 100%. Michelle McIntosh says, hello, Mary. I don't care about the subject. I like to watch you, so get ready with me using what you already have that hasn't been used for a while would be great. Love you, girl, and don't stop putting your funnies or retakes at the end of your videos. They always make me laugh. Thank you so much, Michelle. Tina Huffman says, people need to make money. I'm good with that. But I quit watching a bunch of influencers that every other video was sponsored. Loving YouTube more now. I hate it when drama channels seem to create drama. Some of it is just BS. Anyway, if all you got going on is to talk about Jeffree Star or Jaclyn Hill, I feel bad I was just talking about Jaclyn Hill. I feel sorry for you. I have enough negative space in my life that I can't avoid, amen, and not going to invite more deep cleansing breath. Thanks for listening, LOL. And Tina, I agree with that. Rana Peck says, I would watch you put a paper bag on your face. You are so funny and just make my blessed day. Of course, I love all the recommendations and honesty. Thank you so much. And I know that when you guys say that, the people who do say that, I know that you mean it. because it doesn't matter what I put out. You're right there. Judy Beren says, I have a Bitmoji too. I just wish it had better fashions. They are behind on the style. Love yours, Mary. Thank you so much, Judy. Laurie Domino says, my unpopular opinion is that I love, and that's in all caps, what has happened in makeup space since I was young. I don't care that there's so many new releases when there's so many more quality, affordable products at better color selections. It's not anything where it should be, but it's much better than the terrible makeup I grew up with. And boy, ain't that the truth. If I wanted to wear a green eyeshadow, you may not even find a green eyeshadow. Now you have a plethora of them that you can make a choice about what you want. I've got all kinds of green eyeshadow here, and that is the good side of it. Jen D08 says, Too Faced lost my business a couple years ago when he started acting like he was so much better than everyone else. Gave up the brand and have zero interest in anything they create. I sort of did that same thing to KVD. I burned KVD to the ground in this house. I only own 2 items and an empty container of KVD. I mean, this is just my opinion. This isn't what she has stated, but I personally think it got so bad that she got out, sold her shares in the company, and I don't know if that'll save that company or not. But I can see how a personal opinion of a business can get it to the point where you go, this was a brand I loved. I am no longer going to support this brand because I don't agree with their politics or, you know, their personal behavior. And also from Jen, I no longer have any problem with returning any bit of makeup I buy that I don't like or doesn't work for me. If they can pass out free PR to everyone to rave on their products, or brand trips, what about brand trips? Then I have the right to return it if said product doesn't work as described. I'm not eating my money anymore. No shade to getting PR. I'm glad you get it. Thank you. I agree. I'll, like I said, take it one step farther and include brand trips on that. I get so bad that I almost don't want to buy the product at all because they spent so much money. And it's been a while, okay? It's been a while since I've had Tarte products. I stopped buying them because it seemed like they were pumping all their money into these brand trips instead of putting it into making their product better. And I got a hold of a couple of really crappy eyeshadow palettes and I went, that's it. I'm done with Tarte. I don't take back as much drugstore stuff as I do high-end, but absolutely, if I pay for something that is high-end and it does not perform, it going back. I am not made of money. Who's Jenny B says, I got overwhelmed with the barrage of eyeshadow palettes released back a year ago and pretty much stopped buying new ones. I realized that there was huge duplication and I truly had great quality palettes that gave me everything I want and use. Yeah, it seems like when some brands do something, everybody jumps on board and like makes their version of it. The Modern Renaissance Color Story is a really great example. In my last declutter, how many palettes did I get rid of? Solely because, not because they weren't good, but solely because I'm not getting rid of that ABH Modern Renaissance, and this is a duplication color story. I don't need all these palettes that are the same color story. Why did I have them? Why did I buy them? I bought them so that I could tell you, if you can't afford the ABH Modern Renaissance palette, this one is a dupe. Even a YouTuber who reviews makeup doesn't need that many. So yes, I've slowed my roll quite a bit. And this overwhelming barrage of eyeshadows, that was a great sentence, an adjective to explain how I felt about the great flood of Norvina. That stopped me in my tracks and made me actually take a look at ABH and go, I love you, but I thought you loved me back. I thought you were like creating and curating packages of unique products. No, they were just like bam, 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 cash grab, cash grab, cash grab. That's what it felt like to me, and I went, no, I'm done. Jackie Ina was the last one, and I feel bad about stopping at Jackie because Carly, who I actually really wanted to support, she came after that, and I'm like, no, I'm done. Angela Jane Lomax says, cruelty-free is probably easy for makeup. I'm struggling with some skincare. I think that's lip enhancing something. Oh yeah, I remember her saying she's been using Gail Heyman Lip Lift, which is a wonderful price, but getting pricey. 25 years she's used it. And then I went and looked at QVC at it. I'm not familiar with that product, so I don't know. One of these days I may try the Gail Heyman Lip Lift, because that would be awesome to have something that actually worked on my lips. So little of them actually do. Cinnamon Girl Beauty, that's my friend Michelle. She says, I hate how the beauty industry is primarily focused on young girls and beautiful skin. I agree with this opinion too. It's like we're all on the same brain wave here. Also, Michelle says limited drugstore foundations for all skin tones. Yeah, some of them are so big that they could afford to put out a bigger range. Maybe they do this because they're only allowed to have so much space on an end cap or something, and so they can't stock it with 40 foundations. I don't know. I just know that, like the e.l.f. foundation that I reviewed for you guys and I really like. And you may say, well, you just did a video using that and said you like it, but you don't use it all the time. Well, first, I do use it around the house. If I'm not going anywhere, whatever, I will. It's because it's not the right color for me. And if I'm going to go out, I really want something that matches me perfectly. And that oftentimes is my higher end foundations. I can mix foundations that I have here, and I like mixing that e.l.f. foundation with the Maybelline one that I showed you earlier, and that will give me a perfect skin tone. But yeah, if they had better and were able to suit everybody, more people might use and buy them. All right, this is the last one. Light Sherry says, well, my guns are loaded. Uh-oh. I.L. Maquillage woke up like this flawless foundation. I don't know that foundation. I took the quiz to color match. I looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost and tried bronzing. Contacted the company twice. I just wanted to exchange because I love the formulation and how it wears. Nothing but crickets. Oh, could I go off on this one? Everybody has got one of these stories, right? Where you don't get any response from the company. It's like nothing is a bigger smack in the face. It's like, we don't need you. Give me your money, but we don't need you. That's how you feel. You feel so, I felt like this. Oh, we don't want to get me on the drunk elephant thing. Tiffany doesn't even own that company anymore, and I'm still upset because I never got any kind of help or response from Drunk Elephant. And you spend a lot of money on something, by gosh, you want some support when you need it, right? Yes.
Okay, and my guns are loaded too.
I'm just one of those people that follows the crowd, right? Or not. Or you guys just have some really valid and great opinions. That's what it is. And I'm smart enough to recognize it. All right, then. I hope that you guys found this enjoyable, that it took you someplace different, like Calgon. Calgon, take me away. Mary, take me away. I hope this took you away for just a little bit so that you could focus on something a little bit silly and distractful. And that is the aim of this channel. Always and forever, a part of me just wants to distract you from whatever it is that makes your life not so fun. So once again, let me tell you that you're the best part of the Fritzy family, and you know I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And if you're not feeling blessed, well, I'm not going to tell you in this video, even though I always say go out and be a blessing to somebody else, because, well, we actually can't do that, but there are other ways to be a blessing to somebody else. They're easy, you can do it, and you guys are a blessing to me. Be a blessing to somebody, make them feel good inside, because there's a lot to feel not so good about, right? Right. All right then. Until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
The reason declutters happen is because you take a look at what you got and go, when did I get outside a little small? How does that movie go? Again, things that would have been good to know yesterday. Oh my gosh, that hurt my, what is that? This little muscle right here. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Recycle, reduce, reuse. Recycle, reduce, reuse. I'm making my own little rap. How are you gonna open this stupid bottle with the phone? Put the phone down. I got a hair on me. Okay, like I have thousands of hairs on me, but I mean I got one that ain't where it's supposed to be. Get back in place. I don't know where you are, but like you can see them from outer space, and you're like, oh, we thought we were the aliens. Look, there's an alien light down there. Let's go. And when they get down there, they discover it's just your nose. Too much? Okay, this is a hot bucket of slop. I don't know. I know you guys are going to see me drinking from like two different things, and I just want to say, I'm a two-fisted drinker from way back, okay? Just let it ride. Man, I just love to talk, don't I? Just like, blah, 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 diarrhea coming out. That's what my dad always said. He always said, you know, you like got diarrhea of the mouth, you're like running for mayor or something. If I misspell any of your guys' words, it was on fleek. It's on fleek. Always reminded me of Mean Girls. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Fetch is not going to happen. I got a mouthful of Michelle. No, I don't. Ronna Peck says, I would watch you put a paper bag on your face. Would you now? Well, what about a plastic bag? Would you watch me if I had a plastic bag on my face? Are you still watching? This video is sponsored by Kroger. No, it's not. I want my face to be like this. Oh, there you are, Peter. Remember that? Remember when I didn't have them lines? No, because you've only known me for about 6 years.